What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Michael Knapp Fishing. Today's video, we are going to do a little bit of a in-depth how-to on swim bait fishing. A lot of people asked me about, I posted a photo on Instagram of the Huddleston Deluxe, this bad boy here. And a lot of people asked me how I fish it, what rod, line, reel, all that jazz. So we're going to dive into that today. I'm going to give you a breakdown of how I throw the Huddleston, how I throw the bigger swim baits. I'm not talking like, you know, the huge 6, 7, 8 ounce swim baits. That's going to be a separate video because I have a surprise coming for that. I can't really talk about it right now. So we're going to get into those swim baits that go up to 4 ounces. So let's go, guys. All right, guys, so I've talked about micro swim baiting in another video, you know, dropping down to finesse line, 6, 8, 10 pound test line, spinning rods, little bitty swim baits. So now we're gonna go to the other spectrum, and this is for the big glide baits, the big swim baits, you know, the real big hunka stuff, the stuff that's going to take a man's rod to fish. So one thing first that I want you guys to understand, you know, when we're talking about these big baits, you don't necessarily have to be throwing a massive broomstick. Yes, you need a rod that is going to be able to throw it, but you want a little bit of parabolic bend to it. You want it to be able to still absorb that hit and be able to bring that fish in without it thrashing around, because, you know, these baits, this one I think is 3.5 ounces. When that fish hits it, it's gonna have 3.5 ounces hanging outside of its mouth. If that hook just barely got the lip or is on the outside, wherever, it's gonna be easier for it to throw it because it's a bigger weight. So you're gonna need a rod that's gonna have a little bit of parabolic bend to it, that's gonna be able to handle that fish on its way in. So with that being said, this is the old 18. This is the suppressor series. This is the big dog, but this is the old 18 suppressor series, the 7'10" fast. Oh no, shoot, what is it? Fast action. I always get these two confused with the cranking rods. 7'10" heavy, moderate fast. I get them confused with my cranking rods all the time because it's the same length, but one's moderate and one's moderate fast. So 7'10", moderate fast. It's got a lot of nice tip to it, but it's still got a lot of backbone in it, which is what I like. I like something that, especially with the Huddleston, I can reel up and really drive that hook into them, but it's still got enough tip to it that it's sensitive, and I can still be able to let that fish do its thing just a little bit to where it doesn't get too crazy on me. Now, the reel that I use, this is just temporary because I haven't gotten the new reel yet that I want for it. But this reel works great. Don't get me wrong. This is a great reel. This is the Diawa Tatula 150, slightly bigger spool. It's a 7:3-to-1 gear ratio. I know a lot of people like to throw something a little bit slower. I'm kind of indifferent. I don't really care to throw the 7.3 because I work it so slow. It doesn't really matter what gear ratio I'm throwing it on. And if they hit it and come running at me, I'm able to pick up a little bit more line a little bit faster. That's why I do it this way. That's why I like it this way. Now, I'm going to go up to the Diawa Tatula 300. They just released that, I want to say last month maybe. I'm sure a lot of you all saw it, if not most of you saw it. But that's what we're going to go up to. We're going to go up to the Diawa 300, the Diawa Tatula 300. It's a much bigger spool, able to handle these bigger baits, and has a lot more line capacity on it. Now, the last component to my swim bait arsenal per se. First, I'm going to show you the line. We're going to talk about the line first. I know a lot of people, not a lot of people, I guess it's kind of a toss-up. I know a lot of people like to throw a braid to a leader, usually like 30 or 40, sometimes 50-pound braid to like a 17 to 20-pound monofilament leader. You know, I think that's the way Tactical Bassin does it. They like it that way. Me personally, I prefer pure fluorocarbon. I rig mine up with, this is 17-pound test Suffix advanced fluorocarbon. You know, there's no stretch to it. It's still got good line diameter. It's very abrasion resistant. I like the bait a lot, or I'm sorry, I like the line a lot. I'm not going to say that it's wrong to do the braid with the mono. It's just not something that I'm comfortable with. When you get into that 50-pound test braid, you got to start tying, you know, your leader knots get really big because that braid's so big, and I don't like that going through my guides and whatnot. So I prefer to run pure fluorocarbon on mine. Now, as far as baits go, I don't really do anything special with my baits. I will put split rings on some of them. Always make sure that these are really, really stout split rings. Don't go cheap on split rings. Go with good split rings. And then with the Huddleston, though, that's the one exception. I don't put a split ring on the Huddleston because it wasn't designed that way. But those bigger, like the glide baits and stuff like that, is when I put the split rings on them. One thing that a lot of people also ask me about it is what knot do I tie? I kind of vary. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna throw the improved cinch knot, clinch knot, or whatever it's called. Every now and then, it kind of depends on what I'm fishing around. I will tie the Gerald Swindle, whatever he calls it, the double shindo, whatever knot. I don't even know the name to it, just what he calls it. I will tie that every now and then. Like if I know I'm going to be throwing this Huddleston like through this brush, I don't know if you can see the brush. All right, guys, so for whatever reason, my battery pack just went on the fritz. My camera died and it just all died. So we've switched over to another camera and we're gonna finish out this video real quick. So we were talking about the knots that I would tie for swim baits. You know, what would I tie on there? 9 times out of 10, I tie the improved cinch knot. And then every now and then I will tie the Gerald Swindle double shindo knot is what he calls it. If I'm fishing in stuff like that I know there's going to be a lot of brush around it, I'll probably go ahead and go on up to that extra strength knot. You know, it doubles the line twice, and it's a stronger all around knot. So I'll probably go with that most of the time when I'm fishing around heavy brush like that. Since the video is going to be cut short now because that camera just died, if you guys have any other questions, shoot me a DM on Instagram, Facebook, here on YouTube, leave me a comment, whatever you guys want to do. I think I covered everything in that. If I didn't, I won't even publish this video, but I'm pretty sure I covered everything. So do me a huge favor, guys. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, turn on the notifications. There will be a Tackle Warehouse gift card sometime in the month of November. We're doing one Tackle Warehouse gift card every month. There's going to be a $100 gift card somewhere through there once a year. So you may get lucky, you may get that one time. Leave me a comment down in the comment section. Let me know if you guys, how much you guys fish these big swim baits. If you guys love these big swim baits or not, let me know what knot you tie. Let me know what kind of rods you like, what kind of reels you like. Let me know all that jazz. Just start a conversation down there. Let's talk, guys. I really appreciate y'all watching these videos. Take care, guys.